Good shot there from Spider Cat, right above. And there's Chandamal. Right above wide stance. Chandamal. That's off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. That one. That's off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back. Wide stance. Chandamal. He didn't pick it up off the toe of the back.
England.
Replaying that shot from that spot. Can you see right off the toe of the bat? Steve Smith was way in the deep. He started heading behind square leg.
Well, the natural place where the ball would go would be behind square leg, so Steve Smith's very, very good at reading the play, but on that particular occasion, off the edge of the bat or the bottom of the bat, it skew with and put him off guard.
So Xavier Doherty into the attack, replacing Clint Mackay, who bowled 5 overs 1 for 17 from that great southern stand end. The 4 men out. Maximum you can have now is those 4 men.
Oh, yes, please.
4 men at deep point, deep mid on, deep mid off, and deep square leg. You can see how Sri Lanka go about this run chase. They mentioned a moment ago that 2 for 89 is what Australia scored from the last 10 overs. They can't afford to leave themselves too much to do in those last 10 here to try and match Australia. Smith does well. They'll still look for 2. Ooh, get it.
It's Catwoman. It's more than Catwoman, it's Catwomen. And Superman's excited. Brett Lee's beside himself.
Superman there, I think he's pretty impressed. It's great to see everyone here today all dressed up. And
Do you think he's using his X-ray vision?
there's been a few things thrown around the commentary too. Tubby getting dressed up for a particular match, or maybe all of us potentially getting dressed up. I don't know, that might be a challenge mark, as in Nico.
Down, mate. Yes, please.
Or I reckon Tubby, Nico is Austin Powers maybe.
Oh yeah, or Kenny. I see him come as Kenny, the guy with the overalls, who sold all the toilets and that. I reckon that'd be good.
Well, that's fine as long as you come as Alfred the Butler. It's 2 for 39.
But you can see there from that graphic quite a disparity between where Australia were and where Sri Lanka are at the moment. They've got some work to do. 12 overs, 2 for 39. It'll be Johnson to continue. Still the 2 slips in place. So George Bailey still searching for wickets.
I like the fact that George Bailey's left the 2 slips in place, as you just mentioned there, Tubby. It's a good opportunity for the fast bowler Mitchell Johnson to attack, try and pick up a wicket. And with his angle and his natural seam position, he can get the ball to go across the right-hand batsman, so that's when the slips could come into play. See that the boys are hanging back in the circle, waiting for that catch, but he wants to get the batsman moving forward to try and get that nick.
That's a good shot over the top. It's not easy to do that. Chandimal is in good touch.
It's a very economical mover into the ball. Just one simple stride. He holds his left side very strong through the stroke. He's a really good player.
This time it's an edge. And 4 more. That'll do. It's what Sri Lanka need to do. We've got to lift this run rate. So welcome back to our Queensland viewers. News from the MCG here. Sri Lanka 2 for 47 now. Back-to-back boundaries to Chandimal in this over. Chasing 5 for 305 set by Australia earlier today. For the first time, one of the Australian bowlers just under a bit of pressure. Johnson's bowled well. He's just been hit for consecutive boundaries. Extra man now going out on the leg side. Come into play here. Look for 2, settle for 1.
Australia have looked very sharp in the field. 2 wickets have fallen, Upal Taranga and Mahela Jayawardene. But in general, you sense the Australians want the ball to come to them. They're really on their game.
Brad Haddon there, see, had an idea. He ran all the way from his keeping position to mid-on where George Bailey is. And that's the value of having Haddon back in the side. Plenty of experience there. He's captained New South Wales a number of times. Just saw something. That's off the shoulder of the bat. Safe enough. And there's that extra bounce again from Johnson.
Sound a bit stuffed up there, Nico. Maybe you can come as Mr. Clarentine.
Well, it just come as a box of pills, isn't it? I'm sure stuffed up, mate. Don't worry about that. I think I'll say less rather than more.
What's going on here?
I like this. This is great.
Was there 5 options? I don't even know what they are.
I'm very excited here.
I think one of the options is the Hulk, Dr. Banner. That'd be all right. 2 for 49.
Steve! Steve! Shh, not so loud. I just come to let you know that if you go to comparethemarket.com for 3rd time, you get 3rd meerkat toy. 4th time, 4th meerkat toy. And 5th time you get?
5th meerkat toy?
5th meerkat toy. Very good, Steve. Oh, he's sleeping like a pup. To collect 2nd, 3rd, 4th or 5th meerkat toys, get car or home insurance or get credit card. So comparethemarket.com. Simples.
Stoldy to continue as our Vodafone viewers continue to vote.
Cannot believe. Look at this. The Hulk. Getting a huge run here for Tubby, what he should be dressed up as. Fred Flintstone there, Maverick, Batman, Alfred. But the Hulk's getting a serious run.
Here's a chance. Oh, Haddon tried to flick it. He might have almost had a chance there to spin around and throw.
Good effort here by Brad Hadney. He often hits that. Most times, as you mentioned, Tubby, he would turn around, take the glove, throw at the stumps, but went for the backhand option. I do have some spare green spray paint in my shed though at home, Tubby.
So I've got some bench pressing to do, haven't I? Between now and, was it next week or something? There's work to do there.
Next week won't even scratch the surface.
Now therefore I'll do none. Oh, no luck there for Dilshan. He's hit a nice back cut. Straight to backward point. Now a sweep. Straight to Mitchell Stark. Doesn't score from either of them. That just builds up the pressure on the batsman. Run rate's currently 3.7. This time he does find the gap, and this time finds the boundary. 1 out of 3 in the end. 2 for 55. So 14 overs bowled. As I said, the current run rate 3.9 now. Sri Lanka need to score at 7 and over from here on in to win. We'll change the commentary box. James Brayshaw and Ian Healy are with Bill Locke.
Thank you, Mark. Yes, the partnership now 38 or 52. They need a big partnership here. Runga out for 1. Jay Warden up for 5. The bowling's been very good. Stark, Mackay and Johnson quite lively. Doherty 2 overs, none for 10. The orthodox spinner coming into the attack. And a beautiful evening in Melbourne. It's cooled down, probably around about 20 degrees, and the crowd has built up nicely. 28,000 after a slow start. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Bill. Philip Hughes set the day alight, didn't he? Get out of the blocks. On debut, cementing his test match form with that. Opened out on drive from Lasith Malinga, then the cover drives, and all his favourites were back on show. Got a little bit tough on approach to the 100. Lots of singles and twos at best. And he hit a couple of fours to finish on 112. A brilliant moment he'll never forget.
So one thing he did too was find the gaps. We've seen Dilshan here play some glorious shots this evening, but not finding the gaps. But he found the gaps all day, off and on sides, and he didn't hit the ball too hard. Just nice deflections like that. That's a great moment for Phil Hughes, coming back. He's been dropped twice from the test side, cementing himself on his test side, and now the one-day internationals. First time ever Australian making 100 on debut.
And George Bailey helped him out with 89 from 79 balls, and this was an innings under a bit of pressure too, and he was slow out of the blocks, but then that was a beautiful straight drive to get his innings really started. Short ball there, this was a long one over mid-on, and that went back a fair way. And he accelerated when he needed to, and was a big part of building this innings of 305 for Australia.
And at times he grimaced. He's had a left wrist strapped all through practice and didn't bat with it. But, he got through that 89 from 79, got himself out. He would have been unhappy with that, even though he clobbered the ball. David Hussey, 34 balls for 60. He's desperate to become the finisher. Well, he took a big stride to being that for this Australian one-day unit.
Back live now, Mitchell Johnson charging in. And what they've got to do here, Sri Lanka, is not punch the ball to the fieldsman all the time. to find the singles into the gaps. Looking okay. Chandamal, very good with the gloves and very handy with the bat, but he's got to find the gaps here. Bit of a strapping up their heels, you know what that is.
It looks like hamstring. Something you put on the back of the thigh. It goes around the front of the thigh too, but he wants it right in the middle of the back of his thigh by the look of where he's touching. He's in some discomfort. 21 not out. Might not last too long.
Pretty demanding to bat in this form of the game when you've got an injury. If it is a hamstring, it's very tough to get up and down, and it makes it tough for the non-striker as well, or the guy at the other end, because he needs you to run hard for him as well. So it'll be interesting to watch Chandamal and what happens in the next 10-15 minutes of his innings.
Well, the game has deemed that you can't play it case by case. There's just no runners. No runners. You'd be convinced that this was a genuine injury, this one, and he's kept. So, this could put a huge dent in this game if he's not allowed a runner ever. You just can't bat the intensity, and with the split-second decisions to run quick singles or get back for a second with an injury that can get worse and worse as it fatigues. It's almost impossible. So he's going to guts it out before maybe going off, getting some treatment, coming on late in the innings. Who knows?
Oh, that's well bowled. Cramped him up. Very good delivery. He was looking for the square cut or late cut. Didn't get the width. Johnson's been put away for a couple of boundaries, but he's been lively as well, and I thought Mackay and Stark had it right. Always at the batsman. This one hits the pitch, jags back a fraction, cramps him up. It's very well bowled. Off the glove in the end.
The curse of the Sri Lankan glove at the MCG. Mitchell Johnson getting at all of them in the test match here.
Well, I thought this might happen. I thought the pace attack of Australia would bowl well on this pitch. When he got 300 in the shed, runs to bowl to, it makes it a lot easier for the captain too, although he's only got the one slip in at the moment. I'm a bit surprised, maybe extra slip in. There's been one or two goes through that region. They're all over the Sri Lankans at the moment. Some excellent bowling. Happy crowd. They've enjoyed their day. It was 37 degrees when the game started. And maiden over, that's well bowled. 2 for 55.
I download the Vodafone Cricket Live Australia app and order your free V-book, and that's how you get away with watching all the cricket all summer. Your mum will think you're doing your homework. Your teachers might even notice you at school. Got your Vodafone inside the book. That's hit everything. It's hit pad, bat, the back of the bat, maybe Haddon's head. Xavier Doherty, and he's third over, none for 11 now.
You'd have caught that, wouldn't you?
Oh, I don't think so. No, you don't catch that.
Brad Haddon, a rare modern day keeper, heels to keep up to a spinner without a helmet on. You don't see it happen very often anymore.
No, on good conditions like this, and the batsman playing pretty conventionally.
That's close, very close. Having a good look. They're going to review here. They get one chance. Comes Captain George, he's got a smile on his face. Why not? Tasmanian mate, the bowler. They've run out of time. No, he goes late.
Well, this could be a good lesson for the Australians too. This, to me, looked like sliding down leg stump, an outside leg. They only get one unsuccessful chance at an appeal, so if it becomes very close, one of these one-day games in this summer, they might have a better idea of when to use this review. Hatton is still saying it's pretty close. Hatton liked it.
Long way down might be the problem. He took the big step forward. If that's not too high, that's out, but maybe it will go over the top.
Well, the old long way down doesn't really apply anymore, does it? Because it's really only a matter of being hit in line and then the ball going on to hit the stumps. And it certainly looked like it was hit in line. It's a matter of whether it goes over or not. Let's have a look.
Well, that could well be out. Oh!
The decision of not out stands, as would a decision of out would have stood if the Sri Lankans had have appealed. So the Australians just missing it. I thought it slid onto the front pad and hit the front pad, not the back leg.
It's one of the few times I've seen Paul Rifle smile, man. A real character, Paul Rifle. My word, it was close. Half a ball more they needed.
So now it becomes a lesson for the batsman. Don't play that shot unless you're really sure of it. Maybe not go so hard, but he's got this hamstring strain of some sort. He might need the boundaries.
Well, they need a boundary too. Run rate 3.57 and 7.28 is creeping up all the time. You can't leave it all to the lower order. You've got to occupy the crease. 39 off 62 this partnership.
Well, the point, Bill, is you get injured enough where you start to drag your side down. You can't run between wickets. You can't put any pressure on the opposition. You're in a position where you've either got to get yourself off the ground by hitting out and getting out maybe, or by retiring hurt. Because it starts to have an adverse effect on your team's ability to get their innings moving.
Down!
2 for 57.
My hero, Dennis Law.
I wanted one, let's go for lunch.
Who would be your number one sporting hero?
David Thompson.
3 of the best 4 happen to be German. A second for them.
Yeah!
I think I have to pinch myself nearly every day.
I could not believe I'd won gold.
Oh, a bunker, baby!
I don't believe that players are born not made. You've never taken any enhancing drugs.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's a serious cup of tea.
Sporting Heroes. Catch up on demand. Sky Sports.
I can smell something!
Can anyone else smell it?
I can't smell it. I can taste it. My tasty odds are in the tunnel, ready for kick-off. Referee, blow your whistle!
I can't taste it. I can touch it. Singles, accers, in play, they all want a touch. I'm up front and my index finger's my new right foot. Go!
Smell it, taste it, touch it, feel it. Now hear it!
Open your laptops, unleash your mobiles. You know where to come.
I first found out about Sky Go. I was actually fishing with my mate. I think it was carp fishing we was doing. Yeah, it was carp fishing in Daventry. We're just fishing. All of a sudden he's pulled out this iPad. I said to him, "What on earth are you doing?" He went, "No, it's Sky Go. You can actually get Sky now on the iPad." He said, "You can watch it all the time." I went, "No." He went, "I'm telling you, you don't pay for nothing. It's all part of the package." So I had some of it.
work out here. Tablet. What do you think, Dr. Hurley? What's your verdict?
He's not giving us much, is he? Oh, yes, there it is. Right hamstring. Right the middle of the right thigh. Biceps femoris.
All right, get hold of this, fans of Mike Hussey, and they are everywhere. Mr. Cricketer superbly presented and personally signed lithograph. Only 200 of these worldwide. You've got the number there or online, officialmemorabilia.com.au. What a cricketer he was for Australia and Western Australia, and it's great, I reckon, to see that he's going to go back and play for WA and put something back into that state that needs the help of one of their greats.
Glenn Maxwell coming into the attack from the members' end. Right arm off spin. Field well spread. There's 3 men in the deep on the onside or long on, mid-wicket and square leg.
Just on Mike Hussey, he's also going to be joining us in commentary, Nine Network, through a couple of the games of the rest of this summer. So we're looking forward to having the insights of a man who's been out there very recently and knows the Australian setup inside and out.
It's nicely played with just a single.
Starts around the wicket, Glenn Maxwell. To the right-handers. Maybe that just is a better angle. He likes to angle it across the right hand, spin it back a touch. Brings LB into play. Yet to take a one-day international wicket.
Down, Nutsy, down, down!
Always weren't. Fix your own. In the backyard, chase it. Trying to give away 2. Looks a good athlete. He's a good mover.
And all the Australian fielders will know the issues that Chandimal's having. So they'll know that there won't be too many 2s run. They'll be really pouring the pressure on in the outfield.
So the Tablet's working all right there. He's through quickly.
Yeah, Tablet, bit of manipulation. Not my Glenn Maxwell slide. Have a look how he separates his knees. Just wants to be careful of that. It's looked very, very natural. So he's done it 100 times before, 1,000 times before.
Almost a tough edge. Haddon's looked sharp with the gloves. He hasn't done a lot of work yet, but he looks in good form.
Desperate for an edge.
Dilshan cuts. Not doing enough, Dilshan. He's been down long enough. 26 off 38.
Yeah, he is a player, though, that does explode. He does have a 20-ball patch where it just takes it away and flows again, but you're right, Bill.
Jump on it, don't jump on it, jump on it!
A big 100 he scored in Hobart. 2 for 61.
Look at that comparison. It's not all that much. Hit a few boundaries. They've been held in check by the line and length. There's been no width at all. Had to make their strokes. Draw away, cut it back with a point. It's not a massive crowd, but my word, they're enjoying themselves. Really noisy, happy. They need a few 6s and 4s, that lot. They'll be over the moon. All the young people here dressed up. That's better, that's 4. That's what Rockback found the gap. Good shot.
Yeah, that is a good shot and making those people really happy. I love the Sri Lankan flavour at all cricket grounds, but certainly here in Melbourne, they've always turned up en masse to watch their team, even to watch Murali and Malinga in the Big Bash. They've a huge audience here in Melbourne and they love their cricketers because they play with great expression. That was a beautiful piece of batting.
Good follow-up bowling too by Xavier Doherty. You can see what George Bailey's attempting to do. Rush a few overs through. Xavier Doherty, Glenn Maxwell. He's got David Hussey as well. Whilst they are ahead of Sri Lanka.
Goes again, but just a single. This time a mounted point.
Got their own disco going out there. They bring the drums in, and the beat is pretty severe, and it's an all-day thing, Heels. It's not, they don't just have a little go at it. They get it rolling, and you can just see the little move, and that's all. That man in the middle's just stuck. What's he doing?
See, Weasel. What a great show that was here. It wouldn't be good when you saw your ticket was in the middle of all that. 2 for 66.
They need 7.5 runs and over to win Sri Lanka. The 2 out. Partnership 49. Cuts well. Do good chase. There's a man at points. There's a sweeper. They only get 2. Well, they've been hammered 3-0 in the Test series. The fans have fronted up again. That's fantastic.
It is, Bill. It's great. And as I said, I think so much about it is they're inbred, if you like, love of the game of cricket, but also so many of their cricketers have played so beautifully over the years. Sangha, who's sadly not playing in this game, the great Kumar Sangakkara, what a magnificent player he's been. They've had great value. They've turned up and watched their team. I mentioned the great Matai Muralitharan.
Batting without a helmet.
So, you know, they've come to these big grounds here in Australia and have just had great entertainment. When they play well, it's worth the price of admission.
Here he comes, there he goes! There it comes up into the grandstand, right into the members, you beauty! He dropped it, but that doesn't matter, that's a great 6. You don't expect the members to catch those.
Not only did he drop it, he went to ground. He took himself out of the action. Look at these guys here, loving it. Beautiful, clean hit down the ground. That's what we love to watch.
Sound of a willow onto leather. Oh, big effort, but down she goes. He punches this one down to long one for single.
Got to keep your feet, Heels. We might just get another shot of that guy in the crowd. It's one thing dropping the catch, but you can't then go to ground. Look at this unit at the back. He's out of there.
And there's the Geelong player running in for the kick. The scrums.
Oh, it's all happening. And we're at the MCG. It's 2 for 77.
Enjoy a holiday cottage in England and create more magical memories to take home and treasure. Book now at cottagesforyou.co.uk/visit England.
Yeah, down he comes, he launches into this one. Oh, what a feeling, you beauty. It goes long and it goes straight. Haddon's eyes, watching the ball the way. Contested mark, down it goes. Give him away, darling, he's not worth it.
Righto, so Xavier Doherty's now out of the attack. Maxwell's the one that's been hit for that 605 metres. And David Hussey in.
It's over the top of the wicketkeeper somehow. Wait for the call. Off the bat, maybe the back.
Yeah, it was the pad and then the bat second, like we saw once before. So Dilshan not getting his sweep right. And Haddon in the firing line. Now it's Chandimal.
Cuts well. Should get two. He's a bit dicey. It's the single.
Yeah, they're not over pushing that first run, but geez, getting through the running fine. Dinesh Chandimal at the non-striker's end now. So it's certainly not a strained hamstring or a torn hamstring. It's maybe cramp, seeing the tablets have worked so well.
Jump on it, George, jump on it, George!
Another single. Whoops. Attempted run. You've got to hold up Hussey here. He likes to hustle through his overs. Just balk him occasionally to gather your thoughts. Chandimal 32, Dilshan 38.
Down, Huss, down, Huss!
This is the problem for this Sri Lankan pair. They can't reverse the pressure. They really need to start pouring it on the Australian outriders. They're not able to do that.
It's well played, but just a single. Well, they get themselves a situation with a big partnership. They can rally from here, but it's got to be something special. Gradually creeping up.
And they'll get those ups and downs out of their worm. No dips in that Australian one at all.
Oh, through the keeper. Is that buys? We'll wait and see. A bye. 20 overs gone. 2 for 82. Dilshan cuts beautifully. Backward a point. Pick up 2.
Mitch Stark will be wondering how he ended up out there on his own. There we go with the comparison. So not too far away at the end of the 20th over. 2 for 90 against 2 for 82. Just not sure if Sri Lanka quite have the danger in their middle order that Australia had. Tiramani, Matthews, Mendes. Pereira can certainly strike the ball. We've seen that in the 2020 domestic competition. He has genuine hitting power.
I think Matthews is a bit of a danger. He's a good striker of the ball. You've got to have a big partnership.
And this is what they brought Tiramani out here for. He was thrown into that test match where he made 90, but it was really for this. So there's a bit there. Traditionally, they haven't had the strike power in the middle to lower order, but this man has really beefed them up. Chandimal, I reckon. They've used him well tonight. The rest need to stack up with him.
Maxwell coming over the wicket.
And this spin time has been a bit of a worry. It's been the most expensive time for the Australians. So George Bailey looking to rush through 20 overs, get 20 out between Doherty, Maxwell, Hussey maybe. Maxwell 2.4 overs, none for 19. He's under the pump.
Nicely played. They'll get 2 this time. He's settled, Dilshan, hasn't he? He's finding the gaps now, not trying to hit the ball too hard. I suppose you should against Maxwell. He's a part-timer. It's 2 for 88. 2 for 88 the MCG. As he continues, nice little reflection for single as Brett Lee, Michael Slater and Mark Nicholas take up the commentary.
Thank you, Bill. Evening to everyone. 305, an outstanding score by the Australians, and it was brought about with brilliant batting from Hughes, Bailey, and then terrific finish from Hussey, who's got the ball in hand now. One Hussey replaced with another Hussey. And there was a chance. Mike Hussey is not retired from one-day cricket. He could have been selected. He was overlooked. So at least Brett Lee, we've got one Hussey out there.
Oh! Yeah, a little Mr. Cricket. A good job today, batted very well. Balls to all parts of the ground and doing a great job here now with the ball.
So potent in that middle order. One of those finishes that allow you to get to big scores like 300. Now Dilshan, he's going, he's hard to stop.
It's the partnership that matters. 73, 98 balls. It's good given the loss of 2 early wickets. They've got to work together. The excellence in the Australian innings was Hughes and Bailey. Now, Dilshan, Chandimal building. If they can get the rate up to 5 and over, it's currently 4.1. Oh, what timing there is in that. What use of the wrists. So typical of players from the subcontinent. Lovely cricket. Don't they think so too? Thousands of Sri Lankans here. It's 2 for 94. Sri Lankans are building yellow blocks. Stealing singles now too. That's a little change in the dynamic of the match. They couldn't do that. They couldn't buy a single 10 overs ago.
Yeah, they're in good shape. The run rate is building all the time. Batting's getting easier for them. You can see that they're starting to really place the ball better. The singles are there. There's the biggest shot. They're willing to go downtown. Chandimal hit that straight 6. Dilshan is capable of 6s. He hasn't quite hit out. Even though at the start he sometimes thrashes a bit too much. He's now in. And that's the danger for Australia. How do they stop it? They're churning through the overs with the spinners. But Maxwell is going for nearly 7 runs and over, so he's expensive.
She bowls a very attacking line, a very more of a long form line, quite wide of off stump. There's not spin to speak of. So that area at point, just behind point, because the ball's bouncing nicely, is allowing the cut stroke. Really is a pitch good enough to score everywhere. The best batsmen won't feel limited here at all. They'll be able to hit off stump balls through the leg side and middle and leg balls through the offside. So much is Maxwell off stump and outside that they've now brought another fielder across. 5 are on the offside, 4 of them saving a single. There's a single anywhere he wants it, leg side in front of square.
Yes, well ball, mate.
Well, Chandimal thinks wide.
He was playing for the wide. That was there juicy enough to cut all day long, wasn't it? So he just thought it was a bit too wide.
It's a pretty good stroke. It's got some spin on it. It's worth 3. Fascinating contest. 100 arrives for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, good effort. Their confidence is growing. Tiramana, he's waiting to come out along with Matthews. There's 2 very good players to come. But Chandimal, he loves this ground. And I'm sure he's loving batting with Dilshan as well. They're both approaching a one-day international 50.
Seven from the over, it's 2 for 101.
I'm Auntie Brenda. Are you then? It's not a job. People pay me for it. Listen, I'll come straight to the point. I got no time for flighting Orbanaz.
Auntie Brenda!
Come, my lovely smile! Treat.
Brenda, you know I love Stella, don't you?
You mess around with her head and a watch call, and you feel her off of my weft, good boy. Still, nice to meet you.
Stella returns with a brand new series. Starts tonight at 9, Sky 1 HD.
47 and 43 respectively. The required rate is 7.6. I'd say that Sri Lanka don't want it to get above that really. They can let it get to 8 probably and no more. It means that this pair have to continue to assume the role of aggressor, have to get the present rate is 4.4, so they want to get that to above 5 quickly.
We know that Dilshan can punish the ball, but I've been impressed by the way he's just been a little bit dainty around the crease now. He's finding all these strokes, all these shots, running hard between the wickets, and that's what the Sri Lankans need right now. They need to get Australia on the back foot, keep picking up these 2s and 1s, and as towards the later on in the innings, the 4s and 6s will come.
Quite a long delay. It's, I think, just a drink for the batsman. I don't know, glove change and all that. But wicket each for Lipson Stark and Clint Mackay. They started very well with the new ball. Johnson bowled some very fast balls, and he's back into the attack. One that ripped through. Brad Haddin took it a yard above his head. So, George Bailey in search of a wicket. That's why Johnson's back in. Could be 2, is 2. No, isn't 2. Could have been, should have been, wasn't.
Yeah, he certainly wanted it. Great piece of fielding there, though. It's amazing how quickly the guys can get to the ball, and they've worked on the technique now to pick up the ball and throw on the same foot. Great effort, great bit of fielding.
See that breeze blowing those flags. It's quite a change coming. It was very hot here earlier today. It's much cooler now. Quite a strong breeze. Much better for the batsman. Philip Hughes admitted after he made his 100 he was just exhausted. It was mid-30s and a very sapping sort of heat. Breathless heat. It's a pleasant evening. There's more than 30,000 in at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, which is no bad crowd. Certainly if you played anywhere else you'd be very pleased with it. Expectancy here is so high in this sports-loving capital. Oh, great shot. Timing. Beautiful timing.
Chandimal's the man. He's taken ownership of the gloves, so he's wicket keeper. And a class act with bat in hand. Threaded through the gap. It was an attempted Yorker. And Johnson nearly achieved it, but it was just a squeeze of a shot. And they're racing each other to 50 now. 47 from 61. Dilshan 48 from 63.
A bit like you, Slats, using the pace of the ball.
Well, I think you do use the pace of the ball. The quicker they come, the quicker they can go. And as a batsman, you've got to have that philosophy. There are days when the likes of Brett Lee, they were whistling around your ears, and you keep saying to yourself, use the pace of the ball, use the pace of the ball. You're really thinking, he's going to hit me, he's going to knock me out here. So you try and trick yourself. But if you get any width at all, or if you get something a little bit wide, when they're coming down at 145 plus, they race away.
I often had that same thought when I was batting too, Slats. Use the pace of the pitch though.
So they're catching up. That's what that tells us. The value of those graphs. A little move from the white worm there as it edged a bit closer to sort of golden coloured one, which of course is Australia. Australia ended up scoring at more than 6 and over. Fantastic onslaught at the end. 89 came from the last 10 for the loss of just 2 wickets. And David Hussey took such a heavy toll on Ajanta Mendis in the last over of the innings. They thought it was 50, it isn't. 49 for Dilshan, 48 for Chandimal. Sri Lanka's talent on show, 2 for 108. Hardly needs me to tell you that this summer's Commonwealth Bank Series will be the summer's biggest dress-up party. As well as all the action on the field, fans are encouraged to come dressed in great costumes, and you can win $1 grand at each match. Fan judge best dressed of the entire series wins 10 grand, $10,000. How about that? Now to enter, visit cricket.com.au and then, I don't know, come dressed as Wonder Woman.
Anything goes up. Everyone's gone and got their best outfit. I think Tubby's going to be the Hulk. There's a 50 to Dilshan. And he knows they're not there. Okay, that's the personal milestone. We do acknowledge this great crowd, but then keep concentrating. A long way to go.
But it's doable. It's very doable. They're just sucking the rate back a little bit all the time. It was 7.8 a moment ago, it's 7.6 now. Get it down to 7.5, keep it between 7 and 7.5. Force a few errors in the field. Get this crowd roaring its approval, because certainly it seems there's more Sri Lankan support in the ground than Australian. Game on at the G.
Had a lot of tweets come in between breaks from our friends in the subcontinent. They believe that Mark Taylor could potentially come as a Teletubby.
Well, the viewers have spoken and they say they want to see Tubby as a Hulk. The Hulk.
So would I.
So would I.
He could, with imagination, combine the two, you know. He could come and sort of be a Telly-Hulk.
He literally will be a Telly-Hulk as he comes as the Hulk. We just put that sludge all over him. What is it, at the Music Awards, or the slime? The slime in beforehand, the green slime. That's over. Getting carried away with Tubby here. 2 for 111.
Well, you voted for the Hulk, but when the Vodafone viewers' verdict went out to you, the options didn't include a Teletubby. So anyway, I think we've done enough of that. I'm sure Tubby's taken it all in and made his own decision, and who knows, he might even come as Tubby. And we can call him Tubby on the telly. Oh, out! Gone! Yes! Great fielding wins cricket matches, and let just might. Usman on fire.
On debut as well, missed out with the bat. And occasionally people say, isn't alive in the field, doesn't read the play. This is perfect fielding. He moved, he picked up, he threw them down. It was all one movement. There we go again, the direct hit. That's been a meteor.
There it is, confirmation. And that's unfortunately the end of a great innings. Dilshan 51 off 70 balls, but Khawaja was brilliant with the way that he put the ball up, a great balance, threw the stumps down.
Enjoy a holiday cottage in England and create more magical memories to take home and treasure. Book now at cottagesforyou.co.uk/visit England.
Right now there's a range of 24 beautiful bathroom suites at half price. And we've got half price on our stunning range of kitchen units. Plus there's an extra 20% off when you spend £150. The Homebase sale is now on. Homebase. Make a house a home.
Cracker from Khawaja. Consequently, Chandimal is on strike, but at the non-striker's end is Angelo Matthews, captain-elect, they say, of the Sri Lankan side when Joe Warner stands down. And he's played some exhilarating innings in Australia. He almost pulled off a win from nothing in Perth last year. A natural ball striker, but at the moment the attention is around Usman Khawaja, who has swooped a bit off and hit the stumps direct. Done for Dilshan. Good 50. Nice composed innings from a talented cricketer. It's coming quick time. It's included 5 boundaries and a 6. We like it.
Yeah, and there's a lot to like about him. He goes about his business in a very, very good manner. Is a technique that is solid, and there's endeavour as well. You can just see that he loves playing the game. He's one of those cricketers that oozes it, and he certainly does behind the stumps as well. So brilliant batting. He's going to make sure he's there at the end. You can lose one batsman that's in, and it's a big blow that Dilshan's gone for Sri Lanka. Chandimal has got to get pretty close to the final over if Sri Lanka are to win this one.
Oh, inside edge. Something has happened there. There were 2 noises that we got on the stump bite. They make it back, but something happened that's going to need looking at again.
Well, it sounded like a bail coming off, didn't it? There was 2 noises just there, but it really gave off a stump noise, and so we thought a bail had dropped to maybe, but he's not back on the pegs at all. And I can tell you one thing, Brad Haddon does not miss a thing behind the stumps. He'd be shouting before it hit the deck if a bail was coming off because of a foot or something.
Yeah, that's definitely true at Hads. He loves an appeal. But I guess as a bowler, you'd love to see that.
Here's the run out.
It was just the way he got to the ball. He got there so quickly. Dilshan has called himself through on that one. He made a straight line as well, so he ran himself out. Just a little pick up on the start. No, he didn't delay. It's a straight line. Ran himself out. Didn't judge it, and Khawaja made it impossible for him to get there. Brilliant stuff.
Is the best feeling, isn't it? taking a blinding catch, making a run out, doing something outside of your usual discipline is a great feeling. 3 for 114. Further 192 required, 24 overs. It's a big ask. The required rate is shot up to 8. Amazing. You have a couple of overs that go the way of the fielding side, and suddenly the run chase assumes, well, maybe not seismic proportion, but it's getting difficult. Now, Mitchell Stark coming back into the attack. He was really good with the new ball. Accurate, pacey, got a little bit of swing. 4 overs, 1 for 13 were his figures. Very different bowling in the middle of the innings. Chandimal is on strike. A slip is in place. 4 fielders save 1. The rest are on the fence. Is that 2? Should be 2, really. Should be. Angelo, you had to go. I think Chandimal knew that Doherty is a left-hander and had to run around the ball, but Matthews didn't want a bar of it. Got a bit of trivia for Slats and Brad alongside me. How many ODI hat-tricks have been achieved at the MCG? Tell you what, you get double points if you name the bowler.
Yeah. Who was Dan Christian's last year? So there's 1, and well, I'm going to say 2. I can think of 1 other. I'll let you get the second. Dan Christian. You got it?
No, I had Dan Christian. I think there is 2, but I don't know who the second is.
Well, it is a hard one. He didn't play a lot. Anthony Stewart is the other one, and it just stands out in my mind. Anthony Stewart down here. Here he is, and unfortunately for Anthony, he was coaching New South Wales this year, and he's been asked to stand down. So that's what's happened in New South Wales cricket. But he was coaching in New Zealand post-playing, and let's look at this hat-trick ball after this one. There's a wide from Stark, who just loses the radar. But Anthony Stewart was a fine bowler, and these are great memories for him. So here it is, the big moment. Mark Taylor, how safe was he? The Hulk.
Where are you, Slats?
I think I was watching at home.
No! I thought that's why you got it, because you were playing. Oh, pacey. Ball's really fizzing through to Brad Hannon. Well done, guys. Anyway, you got the 2. Now, Dan Christian, last year, I reckon. Oh, good catch. What? Where's he, by the way? There's an LBW. Oh, you've got to go. Here he is again, bustling in, and the dreaded finger of fate.
Yeah, well, I remember that one because I was fortunate to be on commentary at the time. Dan Christian. I wonder if he'll get back. He's out of favour at the moment. He's been playing okay. South Australian, plays for the Heat and the BBL.
Stark here operating. He's I like about Mitch in one day cricket, he seems to not get too funky with the ball. Enjoys bowling with the white ball. Gets good bounce, good carry. I believe that as he gets a bit more experience with the red ball, he'll really embrace that as well. He's got, as we mentioned before, 6'6". He's young, he's fit, he's strong. Loves bowling fast, and he can bring the ball back into the right hander, which is such a added benefit, for the Australian cricket team.
It's an effective over, 3 for 117.
Cyprus in your heart.
Today, with the swipe of a comb, the last grey-haired man on Earth may have disappeared. New Just for Men Auto Stop. It's a breakthrough. It can't go too dark because the formula automatically shuts off at the target shade. It just combs in, it's foolproof. New Just for Men Auto Stop. The grey era could be over.
Comparisons between the sides. Sri Lanka are 3 for 117 from 27 overs, a little bit behind the Australians who were 2 for 135. Australia went on to make 305. Sri Lanka need to score 8.2 and over to win the game as Xavier Doherty comes back into the attack. Angelo Matthews is on strike. It's going to require high-class batting, a lot of courage. It's a long haul from here, but it is doable.
It's the wickets cost you, don't they? You can just see the decline after Dilshan gets out. It was just starting to taper off a little bit, but then he runs himself out because of the pressure that's building. Then he goes further south until the new batsman gets going, and it'll all be about one shot for Matthews, one really crisp shot somewhere. It might be a boundary, it might run 3, but it'll just make him feel like he's going. Then he can take a little bit more on and get that back into an incline.
Oh, Angelo!
The thing that George Bailey's doing here as captain is bringing Xavier Doherty on to maybe speed through a few overs as well. You can see the way he gets through his overs very, very quickly. Hustles back to his mark.
Buzz Lightyear. My little fella's got the Buzz Lightyear doll, and you push the buttons and it to infinity and beyond. All that sort of caper. What else does he say? Yes, stop. I have a laser and I will use it.
What do you get up to when you have a day off?
I play with all my kids' toys. As they get older, it gets better. Lego. Some of the Lego. Ninjago. Unbelievable, the Ninjago.
That Toy Story 3 was cruel. But good. But good. Anyway.
I'll talk you through it. We'll get over this.
Back to the cricket. 3 for 119. The men to follow Lauru Tirumani, Jimin Mendes and Tisara Pereira. So good strikes of the ball. They've got to find a way not to lose momentum. That was one of the strengths of the Australian innings. Bailey with Hughes and then Hussey coming in and carrying all the good work. Taking over from the nonsense we've been talking are James Brayshaw, Bill Laurie and Mark Taylor.
Thank you, Mark Nicholas. 3 for 120. Sri Lanka. Current run rate's just dropping away now, 4.26. They require 8.5 and over from here on in. Can't spend too long getting set. It's good enough. Not quite good enough to get to the boundary. They'll settle for 2.
Well, they certainly can't, when you need 8+ and over, put up with this field for too much longer. It's basically a ring field. This is the sort of field that you see in the first sort of 5 or 6 overs of a game. So this batting is absolutely essential. They've got to break this field up and start creating a bit of pressure going the other way.
Yeah, I like the field though from George Bailey. It's something that I think Michael Clarke would do as well. Keep the field up and say, all right, take a chance. We'll give you a boundary if you're good enough. But we're not going to give you any cheap singles. We're not going to let you get out of this by working the ball for 1s and 2s. You're going to have to hit some boundaries. And that's the way you create opportunities. You create chances to get more wickets. And that'll be Australia's best way of winning the game if they can bowl Sri Lanka out.
Well, Matthews got to stand up here. He's been sort of in between all summer. He's something special. He's a tremendous striker of the ball. He's 6 off 11 at the moment.
There's a good shot. It won't be 4. The sweeping man out there will keep it to 2. It's Aaron Finch. Good arm too. And looking back at the wickets that have fallen so far, Ipul Taranga was the first man out. Good delivery from Mitchell Stark. 1 for 8 and he fell. Good length, just a hit of movement away. And then Joe Widener followed not long after. Also a nice piece of bowling. And then in recent times, Dilshan run out by Khawaja. And that'll make Usman Khawaja feel a lot better. It's his first game back in the Australian side, his first game in one-day cricket for Australia, and he made a contribution. Could well be 2 more, that. It will be.
Mitchell Stark just getting a fraction short. At field, he needs to be up at the stumps. His partnership 15 off 22. There's plenty of batting to come. The run rate required is getting high. 8.5 is a big ask.
Yeah, it is over that length of time. That's 22 overs. To maintain 8.5, 9 and over for that long takes some doing.
This could be 2 more. Can Finch keep it to 1 this time? No, he can't. So a nice finish to the over there from Sri Lanka. It's 3 for 128. Five-match series, this one, the Commonwealth Bank Series. Game 2 there at the Adelaide Oval on Sunday. There's the details there for looking for tickets to that match. Big ground there at the moment with all the development going on. I was looking at the scorecards from last year in the Commonwealth Bank Series, where it was a tri-series where Australia took on Sri Lanka in the finals. Ended up winning the final series 2-1. Oh, here's a chance. Bowler's in. I reckon that's brilliant. Glenn Maxwell's the fieldsman. Yeah. And I reckon Angelo Matthews is gone here. That's superb fielding.
Yes, they're very good. 2 throws, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Maxwell getting in the game. Missed out with the bat. Just got 5. And then the big throw. Done him like a dinner. It's brilliant fielding.
That's where all the practice comes in. Picking up, throwing at stumps, 1 stump. You watch the Australian team when they prepare to play cricket. It is awesome the way they prepare to field this way. And that, a one-handed pick-up and hit the stumps from side on. And there you go. And that makes a big difference to games of cricket. Sri Lanka now 4 for 128.
Enjoy a holiday cottage in England and create more magical memories to take home and treasure. Book now at cottagesforyou.co.uk/visit England.
Right now there's a range of 24 beautiful bathroom suites at half price. And we've got half price on our stunning range of kitchen units. Plus there's an extra 20% off when you spend £150. The Homebase sale is now on. Homebase. Make a house a home.
Final moments of that second run out. Brilliant piece of fielding from Glenn Maxwell. Saw a very good piece of fielding from Usman Khawaja. Oh, another chance, maybe. Not again. Got him again. It's got him again. This will be out. This will be a diamond duck. Tiramana won't face a ball. He'll have to go all the way back. And boy, isn't that a long walk in the MCG. To walk out to the non-striker's end, get run out without facing a ball, then walk all the way back.
That was terrible cricket. Did him like a dinner here. Hit us, took straight off. Then he balked. Throw good. Out by metres. That's terrible cricket, but a big one for Australia. Maxwell getting in the game. 2 run-outs on the trot. That's unreal. And it's 5 for 128. And he should be very annoyed. Run out without facing a ball at the MCG.
If Wonga can get money in your account within 15 minutes, what else could you do in that time?
Knit a very short scarf.
Yes, all right, a little poem?
Yes, ladies, because Wonga makes decisions online, 15 minutes is all it could take to get money into your account.
You could always have your 15 minutes of fame.
Oh!
This is going to be 15 minutes of pain.
Wonga.com, straight talking money.
Well, we're sitting in the commentary box here, and none of us have ever seen a hat-trick of run-outs. Here's an opportunity. This ball. Jeevan Mendes will be the striker. You would suspect this, you couldn't possibly have 3 run-outs in a row. But that man there, 2 superb pieces of fielding. The first one to hit the stumps, and then the second one to have the presence of mind to pick the right end, not get too carried away. Here we go for a team hat-trick. Oh, there's a mess up. Oh, hang on. No run.
Oh, Chandermel mucked that up, didn't he? He should have gone. He's done everything else wrong. In the previous run out, he did his partner well. Watch this, he hits it, he runs, he balks, and then he goes. Gone by metres.
Glenn Maxwell, well entitled to turn around to Dinesh Chandimal and go, this is what I look like. I got number 28 in my back. Didn't you see the previous ball? What are you doing? You've just put a flamethrower to your mate who hasn't faced a ball.
Now some runs. Probably won't be 4. They should get 3 though. Maybe a run out on the 3rd. Here's the throw. Oh, it's good. Will they get home?
Well, the crowd, they've seen something special. That was brilliant fielding by Maxwell. First one in particular was a gem. Threw the stumps down. The second one he was balanced. The throw was good to Haddon. And they fielded brilliantly. 3 run-outs out of 5 dismissals. A big effort.
Well, 1 run out. It makes a real mess of a run chase. 3 makes it a real disaster. Chandimal, all the pressure on him now. 53 he's on. Now 54. He's got a lot to do. 5 for 132. Those 3 run-outs. Disaster they've been. It's what's happened to Sri Lanka in those last 10 overs. 3 for 50 in that time. Australia made none for 66, the corresponding time. Now got themselves 24 runs in in front in the game.
What?
Now, it's worth having another look at these two excellent pieces of fielding. Well, actually, it's three. First is Khawaja at mid-off. Attacks the ball, picks up, hits the stumps. Goodbye, Dilshan. Well, it's through. Just talking about good fielding, we've seen a misfield. And then the two bits of fielding from Maxwell are outstanding. This is brilliant. Hits the stumps. Creates the opportunity by moving well and then hits the stumps. And this here, just pick the right end. Move well, pick the right end to throw to.
Well, Tub, I think that was the most impressive bit about the third one, is how quickly he sized up the fact that the keeper's end was the end to throw to, because the temptation would have been to go again to a clean hit at the bowler's end. So that was an excellent piece of fielding. In fact, you could see there in that shot, he actually did have a look at the bowler's end and then realised the danger was elsewhere.
Well, the problem that Sri Lanka are now going to have is that they'll be a little bit defensive or negative between the wickets. Can't really afford to be. The required run rate's getting up towards 9. 8.8 per runs or runs per over at the moment. David Hussey is back into the attack to bowl his 4th over. He's wearing a boot with tracker. Covered a fair distance today. Did some batting early on, made a very good 60.
Oh, gee!
But only about 34 deliveries. Played really well at the end of Australia's batting innings.
Yes, please.
That's 5 for 135. Target for Sri Lanka, 306. They need 9 and over. From here on in, Doherty will continue. You can see what the impact those 3 wickets have had on the Sri Lankan run chase. They've worked themselves up there nicely when Dilshan was in with Chandimal. Got themselves back on almost an even keel.
Yes, and Dilshan's was silly because he hit the ball hard and took off. There's no need for that one. He was going okay, 51 off 70. Khawaja did the job, threw the stumps down. It's 3 for 11. Up a good partnership.
I suppose we've got to give credit to Khawaja though, really, to create the opportunity. Not noted for his field, like Glenn Maxwell was a noted good fieldsman. Khawaja probably not necessarily so. And he was hunting in, he was looking to save a single. There's a reverse, well, I was going to say a reverse sweep. It was almost a reverse cover drive.
Sort of a swat in the end, wasn't he? He actually hit it okay. Went straight to the fieldsman. He was a bit stiff.
I tell you what it would have been a huge wide if he let it go. Look where that ball pitched and would have finished up if he'd let it go. Like he's obviously made a decision to play that shot and got it off the toe in the end. But if it had just aborted the stroke, he would have got a wide for it.
Oh! Taxi! Oh!
Let's have a look where this ball would have finished. He not played that shot. It's pitching way outside leg. Would have missed leg stump by a metre, that. Oh, that's better. That's massive. Ooh, that's 15 rows back. That's a good strike. 5 for 144.
Sky One Sundays continues to scratch the most out of the weekends with an unmissable lineup.
Bring the action.
Scream and shout and let it all out. I just love it so much.
I think I could sit next to you in Glee Club. Oh, dear.
I need to borrow your boat. Bring the action.
No!
It's your turn to be the decoy.
Get together for Sky One Sunday's most colourful lineup. Sunday from 6, Sky One HD.
Well, Dave Hussey back in the attack. Well, that last ball of last over, that was a big 6.
I reckon it's about 98 metres as a guess. The sound was beautiful. Listen to this. What? He was frightened. I give him an apron.
That's good striking from Jeevan Mendes, and they're going to need plenty more of this. Look at that. Down he goes. This is a big cricket ground, and that's a long way back. They need him to keep doing it. They've got Pereira to come, who can strike the ball really well. That man's embarrassed, so he should be. Really didn't commit to the white ball in the outer.
And now through the offside. Don't worry about the reverse sweep. Just keep hitting them like that. Firstly, the one over wide mid-on, now through cover.
Beautifully timed. Goes right up the centre of the bat. Found the gap beautifully on that occasion. That quite is 8.97. That's a glorious stroke. Well balanced, and timed and placed.
Well, you sense with George Bailey that he's brought the spinners back on to probably try and get through their overs. Now that Sri Lanka have had those couple of run-outs. But Mendes is not giving them time to set. Big 6 and then a 4, and now a little sweep. He's tried the reverse sweep. Not going to let these spinners get away with some cheap, quick overs.
Well, this is the urgency they've needed in their innings for the last 15 overs. Someone to really come in and start, as I said earlier, reversing the pressure back onto George Bailey and the Australians. Make them think about where they're bowling, where their field placements are.
Two here, and he slips. He would have got back for 2 as well, I reckon. Just lost his footing at the non-striker's end. 8 from the over though, 5 for 152. For 152 Sri Lanka. Good one-day game here. Good pitch. Good pace in this pitch have allowed for some good batting. It's only been the run-outs which have really hurt Sri Lanka. 3 run-outs in those 5 wickets down. Oh, really chop that on. He'll get a couple. He should get a couple.
Well, we've seen some good 6s, but this was a sweet one. He just hit straight through the line. It went a long, long way. Oh, it wasn't far out.
Hey, you sold him short, Bill. You said only 98, 108. That's a good strike, that. Oh, that's missed everything. Now a little mix-up. Well, it's okay. Get a bye, I reckon.
When you consider that, I think it's Alex Hales from the Renegades has hit the biggest 6 of the Big Bash, where they've hit 250 of them. That's only about 112 metres. 108. is a good hit from Jeevan Mendes. He hit that beautifully. Heads off to the races to make sure that that's only one.
Well, he's not a big man, is he, Jeevan Mendes? But it just shows you find the middle of the bat, get the timing right.
Oh, yes, well,
the ball goes a long way.
Chandimal mustn't go to sweep here. He's gone back into his shot. That was a massive hit.
That guy up in that stands there, we're saying, could you please wipe the tape? Stop showing that, we're saying. So it's a good pitch for playing shots on. So all the drives are just racing off the bat. Even though the boundaries are quite long here at the MCG, the guys on the boundaries having to work particularly hard to track these balls down. Now the onside, that's 4. There's no one out there. Good batting this. Sri Lanka haven't given up the ghost by a long way. Although that cramp, I think it is certainly worrying Chandimal.
Well, that's a great example of identifying a part of the ground that's empty and then manufacturing a way to get the ball into it. Doherty was outside off. You can see Chandimal really battling. He's needing some assistance, I think, but this ball certainly wasn't there to hit into that spot, but he realised there was no one there. That is a very good piece of batting.
Cramp could be a bit of a worry for Chandimal. Running between wickets and also for future matches. It's 5 for 162.
Oh, insurance. A juicy slab of insurance. Car is vanilla, home is raspberry, and life is delicious chocolate. Ah, Spencer! I'm comparing insurance, and I can't imagine anything more fun.
Your commitment to great savings is impressive, sir.
You look troubled, Spencer. Need a better deal on your insurance, credit cards, or energy tariffs?
No, sir. But I do need to discuss something with you.
Hello, cheeky. This lad's got a dressing gown like mine.
He runs comparethemeerkat.com, creating confusion with our site, comparethemarket.com.
There's no confusion, Spencer. But if you're having trouble, here's a little trick to help you remember. They're different words. You see, they contain different letters, which are pronounced differently. Different words. For a fizz-goggling range of savings, come to comparethemarket.com.
They put their trust in you, like you put your trust in us. And that's why we promise that Johnson's Baby Extra Sensitive Wipes are proven safe and gentle for newborn skin from the very first day.
Immerse yourself in another Sky 3D Big Weekend. On Saturday, don't miss the final episode of David Attenborough's groundbreaking new series, Galapagos.
Join me, David Attenborough, in Galapagos 3D.
Then take a front row seat at From the Basement, the best bands recorded live. On Sunday, catch a Premier League doubleheader, 2 top-of-the-table games from 1 p.m. Get up close every Friday, Saturday and Sunday with the Sky 3D Big Weekend.
There's Chandimal under there. It's a shot from our spider cam. That's brilliant, isn't it?
Oh dear.
You won't want to get up. He's getting pampered and getting a stretch. Don't forget game 2 on Sunday at the Adelaide Oval. There's the ticket details down the bottom. I was saying a moment ago that last year in the Commonwealth Bank Series, head-to-head, Sri Lanka beat Australia 4-3. It was 3-1 to Sri Lanka in the preliminary games and 2-1 to Australia in the finals, in the Commonwealth Bank Series finals. So it was a good series between these two sides. I suspect this is also going to be close. Australia in front in this game, but they are a rebuilding one-day side. Sri Lanka are a very good one-day international side. Missing Sangakkara, which is the only blow. Chandimal puts that away. Boy, he's an improved player, this guy.
Oh, you know, reserve wicketkeeper is brilliant with the gloves. He's standing up here this evening. Really standing up. That was a good shot, bad ball, but he put it away easily. He moves to 70 off 90. Beware the injured batsman, they say, and he's batting superbly.
Thinking back to a game here a couple of years ago too. I think Sri Lanka were about 8 for 100, chasing 230. Angelo Matthews and Malinga got the runs in that game. They chased down about 230 odd to win a match by a wicket. It was the first time that Sri Lanka had beaten Australia in a series. It's in the air but safe. Well, Sri Lanka had never beaten Australia in a one-day series here in this country, and they won that first game by a wicket when they were down and out, gone. And out of the blue, as I said, Matthews and Malinga put on an excellent partnership. And from 8 for 107, they chased down 230 odd. This will be good to watch. Jeevan Mendes has made 20 off 14 deliveries, 4 and a 6 in that. So Bailey's gone back to his quick bowlers. Said, righto, let's see how you go against Johnson.
One of the really good stories of the summer, Mitch Johnson, I reckon. He and Phil Hughes, almost discarded cricketers, went back and got their games in order, rewarded by the selectors with a second chance, and they both played really well. He just looks to have his bowling in far better order. He's happier with it. He's publicly commented on how much more he can rely on his action and knows where it's going, which I think is important when you're a bowler. So he just looks so much more comfortable with his all-round game, and this is a good move too from George Bailey, bringing a slip into play.
Yes, he's just taken the slip away. I think he had a quick word to Mitchell Johnson. He said, nah, put him back in. It's in the air. Will he get there? No. Well, it was Maxwell again. His pace almost created an opportunity. In the end, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, it's a wonderful effort. Not so happy with the short spits deliveries. And this he didn't really want to know then, and he dives. I don't think he got there. No, good effort.
Well, there's a real live wire in the field, no doubt about that. That sort of backward point position. Key spot that one-day cricket. And already Mendes doesn't look anywhere near as comfortable against the quicks.
And you can see George Bailey, or you can hear George Bailey's thinking, it's right, oh, well, you've seen enough of part-time spinners. Let's get it through at 140 k's an hour and see what you like about that. George Mendes, quite understandably, isn't liking it as much. Chandimal's issues continue. Stretching away at that hamstring. He's played a fine hand.
This time will be out. This will be out. The pace has got him. Good bowling change from Bailey. Johnson does the job. Look comfortably into the the slows, but not the quicks.
And that was a very soft dismissal. It really was. He just push it away and get off strike. And he tried to hit him down the ground. Went nowhere. And Mitchell Johnson's picked up his first wicket. Genuine pace. Good line. A little bit of bounce. Probably undid. He was trying to hit that through mid-wicket, I think. It's gone straight to bowling. 6 for 167 after 35 overs.
can drive the story. Search New A-Class. Did you promise yourself you'd travel more this year? Europe from £39.49. Europe by EasyJet.
Compulsory batting power play. Paul Rifle signals it has to be done by the 40th over, and so Sarah Pereira comes in, 49th match, and he can hit it. And there's going to be no shortage of entertainment right now because he's in, then Kulasagar after that, then Lassith and Malinga can certainly let it rip. So Clint Mackay, 5 overs, 1 for 17, starts again. He's allowed 3 men out, and he's got that. Oh, that's scooped over the head of cover. First ball is really handy for the Sri Lankans. Chandamal, no, says no. There's definitely 3 there, but he's having real trouble with that right hamstring again. Welcome to the commentary box, Mark Nicholas and Brett Lee.
Good evening, Ian, and good evening to all the viewers out there tonight. Wonderful game of cricket happening here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. It's a great scene. A lot of people dressed up here tonight. It's wonderful cricket being played.
Oh, nice little leg cutter past the outside edge. 73 from 93, Dinesh Chandamal. He's taken the gloves from Kumar Sangha, the injured Kumar Sangakkara, for the first one-dayer, and he's been impressive. 7 fours, 30 singles to go with a restriction with his right hamstring.
He's looked great, hasn't he? He's played shots all around the ground, and he's certainly really embraced the whole slap through point, extra cover. That's his release shot there, and he's having a lot of fun out there in the middle tonight.
He's one of the best young players that we've seen in ages. Moves his feet well, hits the ball straight when he needs to, but he's got plenty of options. He's got a good temperament, he's got a big heart, and he's now got to go win the game because the Raiders shot to 9.5 and over. It was just beneath 8 and over when we left this commentary position half an hour ago.
Oh, he's edged that, and it's beautifully pounced. A horizontal Hatton.
Brad Hatton take a bow. What a catch. We've seen it this year with the Sydney Sixers, and he's back. He's back in the Aussie colours. Fantastic stuff there from the little champion. Great ball there. Seemed to move away a little bit, but found the edge, and a great catch by Hatton.
35 years young. There's your wicket keeper. That's happened all night. Clint Mackay has beaten the bat inside edge as well as outside edge. So Chandamal, 73 and finished. 7 for 169.
Earl's been online dating. Look at his matches.
Oh, just the one?
There are hundreds. I don't know how he's going to choose.
At least here at Wonga, we give you all the information you need to decide whether we're right for you.
That's right, Joyce. At Wonga.com, we put you in control. Using our online sliders, you decide how much you want to borrow and for how long, and we tell you how much it'll cost.
Where did these come from?
I think Earl's worked out you're the one for him.
No chance.
Wonga.com, straight talking money.
Slow motion. 7th wicket to fall. Power out of that right leg. Horizontal. Now he's got to land successfully. Is that out? Put the ball on the ground. Then he rolls. Uses the forearms to brace himself and shock absorb and rolls to the delight of his mates. Oh, that's popped in the air too. No one there. It's a single. That's Nuwan Kulasakara in at the moment, and even though he can hit it, these Australian quicks are right at the body.
Just great to watch, is it? It's so graceful, and just wonder how he was that you could manage to dive that far and get that much hang time, but then somehow manage to pull your arm inside and get the roll and don't land on the point of your shoulder and pop your shoulder out.
Yeah, well, the first focus is the ball. You see it. It sort of feels like slow motion if you catch a ball like that. Catch it, a dismissal like that. You see it so early and you're never going to drop it. Catch it, then it's time to land.
Every time I watch it, I feel for Matthew Wade. Can't be easy. 7 for 170.
Well, the Sri Lankans didn't do themselves any favours in the middle there. Run-outs, look at them. There's 2 in the middle, 1 up the top. Dilshan run out for 51. And Matthews and Tiramani run out consecutively. 14 overs to go. The run rate 9.71 required. Clint Mackay, very impressive. 6 overs, 2 for 20. But Stark and Johnson have been as well. Johnson continues. It's good to see lots of the Australians, as they have been around the domestic scene, wearing rainbow-coloured shoelaces tonight. That's the charity partner of the Australian Cricketers Association, the Zadie's Rainbow Foundation. And that's the iconic shoelace for them to launch an official charity partnership between the Players Association and the Zadie's Rainbow Foundation, which promotes organ and tissue donation, which is never an easy thing to broach with family members. Oh, Johnson at the body again.
The Rainbow Nation, that reminds me of Nelson Mandela's emergence from all those years in captivity and how South Africa became the Rainbow Nation. Just thinking about Matthew Wade and the stark question of resting players. The knock-on effect it has in so many ways. He's rested, and look what the guy who takes his place does. The guy who had his place before him. He's kept wicket beautifully all evening, and Matthew Wade will know that. Then you think of Matthew Wade's 100, as good a 100 as you could ever make in a test match. The way he constructed it, the way he built the 2 different 50s, the way he carried the tail and took Australia to a score that in the end was enough to defend the match. And what's happening gently, almost imperceptibly, but interestingly, is that a little crop of cricketers is coming together to give the selectors real options. Wade would justifiably be picked as a batsman alone were he not the wicketkeeper. Haddon comes back and does what he's doing tonight. Look at what Mitchell Johnson has done this summer. It's tremendous for the game and inspirational for all those playing first-class cricket around Australia to see the chances can come.
Sliced down to third man. 1 bounce. Pereira wants to get the middle on it.
Just it's one of the market. There's too many options out there. We've seen this whole rotation system happening, and a lot of guys surely get an opportunity. Yes, I do agree with that, but at the end of the day, I've always said that Australia should always field their best team. Kawaji getting a chance tonight. He'll obviously get another go, and it's great for him. He's been in some fantastic form in recent time. It's nice to see Brad Haddon behind the stumps again. And also Matthew Wade has done a great job too.
Oh, that's hit hard. There's no protection out there at all, so that's 4. Johnson just getting on the pads of Kulasakara. He's gone with it.
Yeah, well, that's 50 over cricket. If you stray too closely on the pads, you can get met. That's what happened here. He just used the pace of the ball, full swing, one bouncing over the boundary road.
You're talking about the rotation, resting policy and building of depth, which is exactly what the selectors must be doing, building the ranks of this rebuilding Australian cricket scene. You don't want to have players playing looking over their shoulder though. Oh, you want to go with the full one, you're going to get a short one. Kulasakara has had a broken rib this summer already. That one was a touch lower, thankfully. 7 for 177. .13 overs to go. 7 for 177. Sri Lanka in real trouble. Kulasakara has belted Mitchell Johnson for 4. Second last ball of that last over. And got belted in the hip himself.
Yeah, it's good to see the boys supporting Zadie's charity out here. It's for a wonderful cause, and I know that the guys don't have to do it, but the mood around the dressing room when I was playing is that you get these wonderful opportunities come through, and the guys actually love doing it. You know, they love going out there and helping out people and helping out charities and raising awareness, and that's what they're doing tonight. So well done, boys. It's for a fantastic cause, and I actually wore the laces a few years ago, Hills, and I might get them going again.
Oh, that'd be lovely, mate, in the Julius Marlows. But yeah, the official launch of the charity partnership with the Australian Cricketers Association. Zadie's Rainbow Foundation. Now Clint Mackay at the body of Kulasakara. Got to investigate that relationship, that charity relationship, just to have a look at ZAIDEE.org, www.zadie.org. See what can be done. Tissue and organ donation awareness. That one might have been gloved. The umpire says nothing but puts the arms out for a wide.
Well, he almost felt obliged there, poor Rifle, to give a wide, because if there was a nick, it would have had to be the bat or glove. It wasn't anywhere near his arm guard, I don't think, so Rifle felt obliged to give a wide there. It can be used. Let's just have a look here, see. Oh, no, I think it's the right call, but keepers can obviously sometimes appeal heels and try and get away with a wide.
I don't know about. Yes, they can do that, but I tell you, this is aggressive stuff by Johnson and Mackay at Kulasakara. Broke his ribs in Hobart Test match. They're back at it again. They're following him. He stands this time. Delivers, flips it into the gap. It's 4. He has a win.
Three in a row might not have been super smart, particularly as the third one was the slow one, when you cut your fingers across and you're trying to stop it in the pitch. Given Kulasakara had set himself, watch his body, he gets everything set, left side cleared, swat.
It looked like the back of the hand slow ball there, and he was expecting it. I think he'd try to take the pace off the ball to try and fool the batsman, but I do agree sometimes you can become too predictable. Probably find this one will be a better length.
Pretty solid invasion here. That's what the disruption is. Just purity everywhere, and that goose will be removed. Maybe not to return for a fair while. While we're talking about that, we're waiting through this interruption. The messages that selection and rotation send players. You know, you don't want Usman Khawaja worrying about his next innings because they've picked this team for 2 games. You don't want Matthew Wade, when he comes back into the team, worrying about what Brad Haddin's done. That's the message. They've got to be careful that they keep a check on.
Yeah, I think you actually want to really feel like you've earned your spot in the Australian team, and you've actually, you're there for a reason, and you're hopefully there for a long time. You don't want to feel like you're looking over your shoulder, or you might be there just for a period of time. Just be careful that we don't breed that culture where we have guys in for 3 or 4 games and then rest them. So let's hope we're on the right road here, and as I said, it's wonderful guys getting an opportunity. We'll make sure that we've got the right team on the field every single time that we play for Australia.
You don't want to dent the confidence of some very good players just through willy-nilly selections. So left-hander on strike at the moment. Pereira is 1 from 3. He's got some long bombs in his blade. Hasn't been able to hit just yet. Batting power play for another 2.5 overs. Only 3 men allowed out. The Australians are worried. It's not quite working. That's going to be a 2. ...2013 Jeep Magic Millions is on tomorrow, live from the Gold Coast Turf Club. 12 o'clock. The host, Cameron Williams. Special guest, Francesca Kumani. Emma Friedman, Wayne Harris, Yvonne Sampson. That is Yvonne Sampson, actually. So a $1 million Magic Millions, 3-year-old guineas.
I think he hit that. I think he hit that. It didn't quite carry through to Brad Haddin. It's that slower ball again.
There's definitely a noise there. We heard something in our microphone up here in the commentary box, but it looks as though he missed it.
Big swing, nothing achieved. The Sri Lankans are having a go. 7 for 186. The Sri Lankans have been building. The last 5-7 overs have been profitable for them. 2 wickets in that, and they haven't got many left. There's the Magic Millions favourite now. Oh no, hang on. Oh, that's fast and aggressive. They want a piece of Kulasaka. He's doing well. He's getting under him. He's playing some shots when they're there to hit. Not getting hit around too much. He's deep inside his crease, looking for the slower balls, but tell you what, they're not giving him too much. Oh, crunch. 2 bounces. Pitch up you go.
That's why the ball bounces at him. It's as simple as that. We've seen Kulaseka do this a few times. He did it in the test match in Hobart, actually. Another slower ball. Stumped away. The rate's 9.7 and over. I've said it before, it's still doable. It's not likely, but it's doable.
Mitchell Johnson saying to George Bailey, what, you want me to bowl wide to him now? Will I try wide? He's followed him plenty of times, and so too has Clint Mackay. Followed him as he's moved outside leg and further away from leg. So maybe the change is on. They're going to bowl wide of off, and that's why they're putting protection out on the offside now.
And keeping in mind too, Ian, that you can only have 4 people out now. That's the new rule that's come in. That's the Australian players aren't used to.
3 now though for another 2 overs. Batting power play, and Kulaseka is into it. Well, that's hit his glove now.
Oh, that one hurt. Yeah, all these new rules with obviously 3 out now, but normal playing conditions after this, you can have 4 out. So that one gets real high on the glove there, and that's quite painful.
Well, Pereira's got to back that up. 16 from 10. Desara's 3 from 6. Swinging but rusty. So he's got 1 out on the right of screen, 2 on the leg side. Just a 1.
Well, it might have been a chance of seeing the 4th run out of the Sri Lankan innings then. He would have been safe anyway. Just wonder if Mitchell Johnson here might use the option of taking a bit more pace off the ball. We've seen a few slower balls. Johnson, but
fallen wide. The man's down there. That's the change in tactic by the Australians.
Change of pace also. They look like the wide off cutter that's thrown out there.
Would you take the pace off the ball against Kulaseka? I reckon you'd bowl it 145 into his ribs.
Yeah, well, we actually tried that a few years ago overseas, and he kept pulling those balls like we've seen here tonight. So he is a very good striker. He's got a great eye. He has got the tendency to hit one straight up, of course, but he got 60 or 70 in this game against us and hit the ball quite well. So we know that he can play that shot. I'd be leaning towards making him make the pace in the ball.
Pereira cracks it at mid-off. He takes it well. George Bailey half surprised himself. He was really pleased to see that go cleanly into his hands.
I think Bailey knew that he had to get his fingers under the ball quickly. He couldn't go hard at the ball forward because it was coming hard at him. It would have created too much momentum. He had to let it come to him, but he had to slide his fingers under it. And he just does it, and he wants to get it up in the air to show he's taken a clean catch, which he has. Good catch. Pity for Sri Lanka. 4 for Pereira, 8 for 194.
Some car insurers talk about multi-car discounts, but why only for the second car? Admiral Multi-Car is different. Each car gets its own discount. Start with 1 car and get your first discount straight away. Plus it includes legal protection and courtesy car as standard. Now that's multi-car insurance. For 1 premium, 1 renewal, 1 policy, go direct to admiral.com.
A good catch by George Bailey to remove Pereira. Mitchell Johnson now has 2 for 43 from 8.5. Lasith Malinga to the crease. That high score of 56 was made here, the MCG. November 2010.
The blue gloves on, arm guard, chest guard, helmet, the whole lot, Hills.
Round the wicket he's coming too.
No surprise what this is going to be.
Don't expect this to be friendly. Oh, it's looking for the wicket first up. Malinga plays it easily. 11 overs to go, 8 for 194. Been a very eventful last 10 overs. Sri Lanka starting to feel the end. Malinga will go down swinging, so will Kulasagara. A change in the commentary box. Mark Down on Bill Lauria with Michael Slater.
Thanks, Heels. Yeah, Bailey's catch was a beauty. It was hit firmly. Got to him very low, though. Had to watch it closely under the lights here at the MCG. Good atmosphere out there. 25,000. A lot of Sri Lankans always make a lot of noise as well. So it sounds more than 25,000, really. The atmosphere that we've witnessed throughout this first Commonwealth Bank one-dayer. But Australia now really want to finish with the 2 wickets rather than let the overs peter out, Bill.
Yes, it's been a good performance by the Australians. The run-outs have been the feature of the innings. 3 run-outs, almost a hat-trick of run-outs. Maxwell's brilliant. Kawaja did the job. They're very consistent. All the bowlers are bowling. I think McKay's probably been the best of the bowlers. His line has been very good. 7.1 overs, 2 for 29. But all in all, it's been a good team performance.
Let's have a look at the Sri Lankan wickets. The first man to go, Taranga, and it was Stark who opened the account. That new ball just shaping away from the left-hander, and that was 1 for 8, then 2 for 17, Joe Wardner. He got the similar delivery from the right arm, Mackay. And then there was the run-out, Usman Khawaja getting into the action. That would have made him feel good because he was disappointed with getting run out today. Very unfortunate. Back live. Pulled in the air safely. So 4 wickets down. Angelo Matthews gone for 12, and there was another run out. Maxwell was on the end of a couple of run outs. Brilliant stuff. He really is an athlete, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, and then there's another one. Poor old Tiramana didn't get to face a ball. Went to the non-strikers then where Matthews got run out and then got that first up. Then Mendes played well for a quick fire 20 and hold out off Johnson. That had a superb catch to remove the dangerous Chandimal, who played well for 73. And then last over, Pereira falling to mid-off. So all in all, a very good fielding performance by the Australians. Those 3 run-outs, as Michael Slater mentioned, they are the key to the innings. Brought about by good fielding. Yeah, it's phenomenal how many run-outs we're witnessing at the moment. Plenty in Test cricket as well.
They weren't real mix-up, they're just bad calling. The first one, Dilshan was playing really well, and I don't know what he was doing. He just straight to mid-off and took off. And that was a big wicket because it was 3 for 111. They had a good partnership going, 2 for 17, 3 for 111. And that was the key, I think, from the Sri Lankan point of view.
Yeah, and then the next one was Matthews. Chandimal played the ball just to the right of Maxwell. And he just hesitated enough, didn't he? He sort of set off as if he was going to take a run, then set Matthews back. And Matthews went straight back. Was still out by, probably a foot. Just there, no now, goes back, dives, does everything right. But Maxwell's done it better. And that was a brilliant running. Yeah, and that's how you can change a game. You make something happen. It's a half chance. A lesser athlete wouldn't have been able to get that beating the batsman, but Maxwell was able to. Another wide, that's 2 in a row, so that'll be disappointing for Mackay just to let his standards slip a little bit. He bowled one early with a new ball, but 2 for 33 has been outstanding. All the bowlers have been outstanding. Doherty's probably would like a wicket to his name along with Maxwell and Hussey. Maxwell a little bit expensive, 4 overs, no wicket for 28, but other than that, the Australian performance has been excellent. In the air and gone, another one. Bailey's just swallowing them there at mid-on. He doesn't have to move, they just keep coming.
Yes, it was a soft dismissal, really, a poor shot. George can't believe it. The one before was a hot chance, this was a sitter. Tried to pull it, got a bit big on him, straight to Captain Bailey just inside the ring. Mackay gets 3 and it's 3 for 198. It's been a good all-round performance by the Australians. So they practice hard in the field. Those run-outs are no flukes. They work very hard day in and day out. They're getting a big reward here in this first one-day international. It's 9 for 198.
Immerse yourself in another Sky 3D Big Weekend. On Saturday, don't miss the final episode of David Attenborough's groundbreaking new series, Galapagos.
Join me, David Attenborough, in Galapagos 3D.
Then take a front row seat at From the Basement, the best bands recorded live. On Sunday, catch a Premier League doubleheader, 2 top-of-the-table games from 1 p.m. Get up close every Friday, Saturday and Sunday with the Sky 3D Big Weekend.
Junta Mendes is the new batsman. He's legs 11. And that's all over. Australia have won comprehensively. It didn't last any more than one delivery. So Mackay finishes with 4. Outstanding stuff by him. And all the Australians, they've chipped in their own way. Whether it was Usman Khawaja missing out with the bat, he flicks the run out. Maxwell the same. Good all-rounder performance, but to be honest, the batting display, not that good from Sri Lanka.
Terrific performance made by the Aussies. Really, a lot of talk about their side coming into this match and a few players not being there, but I tell you, they've played well. 305 they made with the bat. Hughes makes 112. George Bailey moves up to number 4, makes 89, and the bowlers bowl well. So in the end, Sri Lanka all out for 198. And Australia win by 107 in this first match.
Pretty convincing performance yet again from Australia, this time in the one-day game. So the end of the live action from the Melbourne Cricket Ground, but one-day international cricket for you right now on Sky Sports 1 HD. First one-day between India and England. It'll be the India run chase very shortly. Test match cricket for you now, Sky Sports 2 HD, so this channel, just press the red button there. In their lunch break, they will restart at about 10 past the hour, but Charles Colville, Mark Butcher and Jeremy Coney will talk you through all the action they have seen on the opening day, well, the opening morning of that second test from Port Elizabeth. 107 runs, the victory margin, so Australia win the first game of this 5-game series. They dominated the test matches, and you have to say they've dominated that game